Okay, guys, welcome back to another video. I am back. We just had the direct, a few days ago. I actually did a reaction to it, but just like the others, I'm not gonna be uploading it on YouTube. I don't even know where I'm gonna upload it right now. But because of YouTube's copyright laws, I'm not really gonna bother uploading it to the platform. But there wasn't like a whole bunch to really talk about with the direct. I mean, there was some stuff like but a lot of it was like DLC or something. But what really caught me off guard was them talking about a Mario Galaxy movie and DLC well, I mean, not DLC. There's going to be apparently they're going to re-release Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on the Switch and all that. So I want to talk about that. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get to 1K subs. I am trying to get there. YouTube's been kind of acting a bit weird lately. So make sure you guys are still subscribed because I've been hearing people have been having problems with that. Also, you guys, also, I'm going to be doing some reviews here pretty soon. I've been just kind of busy with some stuff this week, or I guess last week at this point, because it's Sunday. So, last week, I did some of that, so, yeah. But, yeah, so, I'm going to try to, I'm going to try to get back to doing some reviews though, but yeah, because I actually have been watching some stuff for some reviews. I've been just getting behind on it because I've been very busy with some stuff. But anywho though, I guess before I go any further, please, you guys can follow me on, X. You guys can also follow me on Instagram / Threads because, Threads, you gotta have Threads, I think, to follow it. I don't know, it's kind of confusing. I know I'm saying this every single time, but it's basically kind of how social media is anymore. It's very confusing, but, I mean, freaking Facebook, you gotta own a separate app, too. So, yeah. But this video won't be super duper long, but yeah, I want to talk about this, yeah, on the Nintendo Direct, I don't think it was awful. Like, they did announce a lot of stuff, but, not, a ton of new stuff. A lot of it was kind of DLC and all that. What I'm actually here to talk about is the, Direct, that they announced the Mario Galaxy 2 and 1 on the Switch. Yeah, this is actually going to be on the Switch, not on the Switch 2, I believe. Apparently, they're going to charge you $70 for it. 70. That's like $10 more dollars than what the original Switch, games cost. Now, that may not seem like a bunch, I mean, it's actually cheaper than paying $80 for, Donkey Kong and all that. Because that's the problem with the Switch 2 with that, we've had all that. But the thing is, though, is $70 is even still expensive, and these games already have existed before, So I don't really see the reason why they need to charge $70 for it. Maybe $60, like if they could actually add stuff to it, maybe, I don't know. But of course, they're going to be making you rebuy the entire game again, because 3D All-Stars, they already, that game already exists, so they're going to actually, do all that, so, I don't know if they're going to actually add anything, new to the games or not. I think, for example, Galaxy 2, they need to re-add the Ice Flower and then add the Red Star power-ups, because those were not included in Galaxy 2. And then they need to also add, I think, more stars, more missions, because some of the galaxies were actually very creative and fun, but a lot of them were very short, and they got kind of competitive because they did the same thing over and over again. It's kind of, annoying there. But yeah, that's basically what they need to do. That's what they need to do, they need to, like, add some more stuff to it. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I'm afraid they're just gonna add a little bit of stuff and then call it a day, Like, I really want them to, like, add some stuff to it. Because otherwise it's gonna feel like, typical, like, they're gonna, like, I mean, for example, even, like, We Love Katamari Reroll. They added, like, DLC to that game, too. They added some tracks, and then, like, one present, but, like, they didn't add all the cousins throughout the franchises and all that. And I guess they're trying to get you to play the other ones, but I'm like, you could play a lot of the cousins in the other games, too. So, I don't see why they did that, I don't really see the point of that, Like, why they, like, you gotta pay, like, all this money for this DLC stuff, and then, like, it's just ridiculous, but yeah, I mean, I tell you too, like, lately I've been seeing some people make some Galaxy 2 videos, and the people have been getting kind of salty in the comments. Some people are flat out, like, shitting on you for having your own opinion. Like, they're literally shitting on you for having your own opinion. Like, I mean, I'll tell you, in the past, it has not been great either, but I feel like in the last few years, I've been definitely noticing, like, this stuff's been getting kind of bad more lately. Like, it's been getting worse. Like, I've been noticing more and more people are getting, more, worked up over an opinion and all that, and, I don't know, I've said, I think Galaxy 2, like, I like the game, but I think the first one's better. Now, again, I will go into details why when I review the games down the road, but I just think Galaxy 2's got more problems with it than the first game does. The first game I just think was better, and yeah, the sequel did a lot of things I liked, but it did a lot of things I didn't like either, but that's just my opinion. But I have seen people get worked up over it, and I'm like, just accept an opinion, I don't know. It's not like I said I hate it. I don't know. It's like Teen Titans Go all over again. Like, I see some people fighting back and forth on Teen Titans Go. Like, it is crazy. But, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. But, like I said, though, it's just, like I said, I don't mind people disagreeing or something, but I don't like people get salty about certain stuff at times, either. But, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the fact, again, like I said, they are still charging you, like, $70, and they're probably not, I mean, they're adding a little bit of stuff, but they're not adding a ton. It kind of sucks. And then they're also, on top of this, we got the freaking amiibos. They're gonna have amiibos for these. I think they're gonna be, like, $40 or something like that. Like, that's freaking crazy. That is crazy. $40 for freaking amiibos. Like, they're literally pricing crap like crazy. And I'm sure people are going to be like, it's probably the tariffs and all that. And I mean, the tariffs probably aren't helping with some of the stuff, but I think they've gotten that kind of figured out. And even then, I'm like, Nintendo's been doing this shit for a long time anyway, so the tariffs are not. Nintendo's been, getting more pricey and offering less deals and all that. I mean, the Wii U, they had this, the exclusives, like, club stuff you can buy, like, over time the games would go on sale. Or they would do that on the shops. On the Switch, they did not really do that. Even when the freaking consoles were going, I don't know about the DSi and Wii, but I know I guess the Wii would have shut down around the time when, the Nintendo Switch was out, but like, I know the DSi and all that closed before that, but I don't know if they were offering deals or something on there, but when the Wii U and 3DS did that, they did not offer anything, and all that, which really kind of sucks, and they kind of took away the themes and all that, and it really does suck. Like, it really does suck that they're charging people a lot of money for this stuff. I just still find it funny that they're putting, again, this game on the Switch 1. Like, I thought it was going to go on the Switch 2. But I guess because the Switch 2, I don't think the Switch 2 is doing very good. It's selling around 6 million copies. Like, it's saying it's selling over 6 million. It's not giving you an exact estimate. I've tried looking at it, and it's not giving you an exact estimate. So I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, it's basically been doing that. Like I said, it's been hovering around the 6 million, mark, which is less than the Wii U. The Wii U. No, they could still maybe do better with the Wii U if they fix some of the problems. Like, I think they need to actually add make the crap cheaper. They need to make the stuff cheaper. And then they also need to go back and I think fix the Switch up and actually add stuff to it people want to see, People want to see themes on the Switch and all that. I don't think the Switch 2 has that, and I don't know, they could probably add some stuff on there later on. I mean, Nintendo's done it all the time, but I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're not gonna do that. I don't think Nintendo, at this point, Nintendo has gotten very greedy. Another surprise, though, I will say with this is, I'm going to talk about the Galaxy thing in a second, the other thing with that. I wanted to bring this up, though, because I'm talking about game and stuff here. Nintendo also is bringing back the Virtual Boy, too. I don't think it's going to be exactly the same, but you could put, your Switch in it, so they're bringing back the Virtual Boy. So it's just, it's very weird, where are these companies, seriously, where are these companies, getting their CEOs at? I notice this is a very big trend. It seems like this is becoming a trend. It's these companies are making so many damn confusing, decisions and all that, and I mean, how we even have, like I said, we have Warner Brothers with David Lasley doing all that, too, making decisions that even a normal person who's not, doesn't work in a company is asking, why are you renaming your streaming service back to HBO Max if you're taking crap off of there, it's crap like that that's very confusing. Where are these companies finding these CEOs? I mean, in this case, I guess, the Virtual Boy, yeah, it was a huge, massive failure. It was even worse than the Wii U. It failed worse than the Wii U. The Wii U failed bad, but the Virtual Boy, I think it sold under 1 million, units. That's really bad. So it was even worse. And it only had, I think it was 28 games, and, I think about half of them were, were released. Half of them were, released, outside the U.S., in Japan and all that. So that's very weird. See all of the games and all that just in there, but that is just very weird. I don't know, I don't know why they would bring that back right now. I feel maybe bringing it back in the future, maybe I can understand. But I don't know, bringing it back right now, especially with all the drama and the fact that you guys aren't fixing the drama that's been going on right now, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And, it's just I don't know, there is a lot of weird stuff going on, though. I'm happy we are getting Mario Galaxy 2 finally on the Switch. Even I told you guys, I prefer the original Galaxy game. I still like the second one. I would say, though, I think it would have been better to have it as a deluxe, Mario Galaxy 2 Deluxe. They can make it a deluxe and actually add, stuff to it. They can make it like Mario 64 DS and actually add stuff to it. They're gonna add, I think, some extra story pages, it looks like, to Rosalina's, page book, but I'm just I don't know, I feel like I don't know, I feel like having like more missions and more, stars to collect, like, like Mario 64 DS, gotta go that route and add some more power-ups, because like I said, I don't feel like I don't like that they didn't put the red star and an ice flower in the game, especially the ice flower, because the ice flower, they could have done so much more with it. And, I don't know, I mean, they could do that, they could actually add more, like, levels of, like, and with the old power-ups. I don't know, they could do a lot more with it, but they really don't do that. That's the thing. They don't really do that. But yeah, they're gonna like, I feel like they're gonna like, just like add a little bit of stuff and then that's about it, like I would love to see a bit more to the game, than just that. Because otherwise it might feel like a lazy port, but I don't know, like, again, I don't know why they're releasing it on the Switch 1, but yeah, it's going to be released on the Switch 1 too, which is kind of weird. It definitely is very, very weird they're doing that. It definitely must not be doing good if they're doing that. I've had some people say it's doing good, like it's selling over, it's selling a lot of, units. It's selling very well, and it was the fastest selling console. Yeah, the fastest selling console. But once people start buying it, then, like I said, once people are going to start buying it, like, are they going to like it? Or is it going to start dropping? And yeah, the sales are starting to drop now, and people are not liking the Switch 2 as much. So yeah, there's definitely some problems with the console. There definitely is, but I can't really, give my personal opinion on the console itself, because I don't really, have it, don't own one. But from what I could see in, like, the trailers and all that, it looks just like a Switch 1, but they, like, add more stuff to it. But, I mean, it could be like the Wii U situation. It could be like the Wii U one, where they actually, maybe they had more to it than just that. Maybe it's just poor advertisement, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, though, it just looks like a Switch 1 to me. It does. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird, though. But, I don't know. The last thing I want to talk about, though, is I could have probably talked about this with the Galaxy stuff, but I wanted to get the Virtual Boy out of the way, because that was kind of a weird thing, and I was talking about gaming stuff. Because, yeah, they're bringing that back. Of course, you gotta pay Nintendo more money online to go buy it. You could actually buy a Virtual Boy. I've seen, apparently some people are selling them for a lot of money if you have it on in a box. I think you can buy it separate without a box. I mean, it depends. I'm not somebody who wants to keep boxes of all my systems. I mean, some people do. I just want to buy the console separate. Just own it separate. But I know some people out there do want to buy it. I think I'm going to slow down on buying some consoles right now until I get my own place in the future. But that's going to be a little bit. I still got a lot to work with here. But yeah, the Nintendo Switch, though, and the fact that this game is releasing on there is very crazy. There's also another questionable thing I was trying to confused about was the Mario Galaxy, movie trailer. Now, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. Like, I'm hoping it's a very good movie. Now, I've talked before, like, in the trailer, I brought this up, that I'm not happy that they brought back the voice actors from the Mario movie, because I'm like, Chris Pratt, like, he's an okay voice actor, but I don't like, they don't give him an Italian voice and all that, and they kind of just, Mario doesn't really feel like Mario, and I mean, originally Mario didn't have a voice acting role, which is kind of weird, but, I did bring that up. I also brought up the fact that they, apparently, decided not to do Super Mario World. So they were going to do Super Mario World. I'm pretty sure that was announced, and then suddenly they're not doing it. I mean, we saw a Yoshi ad at the end credits. So I was thinking, I mean, maybe because, Galaxy 2 does have Yoshi in it. Maybe he might appear in, in the game. I mean, in the movie. I don't know. It's kind of weird, though, they changed it like that. Personally, though, I think a Mario Galaxy, movie would make more sense. Because, I mean, we already had a Super Mario World cartoon. I literally just reviewed that, like, before this was announced, because I wasn't sure what they were gonna do for Mario's 40th anniversary, or they were gonna do anything at all. They did do some stuff, but I wasn't sure if they were gonna release some, the new Super Mario Brothers, Deluxe Collection, which I'm surprised they didn't just do that. I think that would have probably made more sense. And then I don't know, but again, like having Galaxy 2 on there on the Switch kind of makes sense too. But I don't know, the Switch has got already so many ports. I'm like, I don't know. And 3D All Stars wasn't nothing super special, but I know online they're trying to charge you a lot of money for it, but I guess nothing super special, It's just whatever. I do have the games though. It's nice to have the soundtrack, I guess. I could get the Nintendo, the Nintendo store and all that and pay. But I'm like, why would I don't want to pay, every month or something. That's the problem. They're trying to get you to pay all this stuff for every month. I'm like, why do I want to do that when I could just already own this stuff? Because you can actually get both the games, the soundtrack, on disc. You can do that. They're a little bit more pricey if you get them online, but you could probably find them in the wild somewhere. If not, you could just go into the levels and listen to the tracks too. It's like that. But yeah. I don't know. But yeah, the fact is again they're reporting that to the Switch is kind of crazy. But then we got the game, the Galaxy, 2 or the Galaxy movie coming out. It's kind of crazy. Some people are speculating we could get a Mario Galaxy 3, and I want to point this out. Actually, I do want to point this out. I actually offered Nintendo to give them ideas for a Mario Galaxy 3. I did. I thought about doing that. I kind of turned it down. I didn't really turn it down. They kind of didn't say much of anything. They were like, and all that. But they said they could take some ideas and all that. But I'm like, I kind of want to focus on my own stuff. My own, things. And if I work at Nintendo or on games, I probably couldn't really do a lot of Let's Plays or something, because Nintendo, I don't think really cares for Let's Players as much either, because they were trying to screw that over too. But I did give them a bunch of ideas for a Mario Galaxy 3. I did, because I do have a lot of ideas. I do want to make a video about that in the future, what I want to see / predictions, since I have not done one of those in a while. But I don't know, but I think though right now I think they need to be making if they're gonna make a sequel, I would say maybe a sequel to Mario Sunshine would make sense. Maybe the return of Shadow Mario or something. Maybe there's a secret, secret DNA in in the paintbrush, and that Shadow Mario, the original Shadow Mario was using, and then somehow he becomes the new Shadow Mario, and all that. That'd be kind of interesting if he become his own character like that. But I don't know if they would actually do that or not. But that would be interesting. But having some original ones would be nice too, because we haven't really had a lot of 3D Mario games out there, but I don't know. But I'm definitely curious how the Mario movie will go with the Galaxy games, though. I'm really curious about that, though, because Mario Galaxy, it being a movie would be interesting. I think, though, I feel like, though, maybe it would make more sense to have it as a series, but maybe turning it into a movie could make sense too. Some of these, games, I feel like would make more sense to have them as movies if they were to make them. But then some of them, would be better as, shows. Because there were rumors going around, and I'm not sure if this is entirely true, but there were some rumors going around for a while there about that Super Paper Mario was actually going to have a movie, but it got scrapped. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm like, I don't know if a story-based, game needs a movie. I think having it as a TV show would make a lot more sense, but that's just my thing on that. But I mean, I don't know. But that would be interesting though to see that. It might be possible we might get some of that in the future though. I don't know. We could get a Paper Mario show or something. That would be interesting. But yeah, I'm actually thought about writing like one for from Paper Mario to Thousand Year Door. But I guess to be fair, I haven't really played the game. I've seen like Sully Pones Let's Play it, who's a YouTuber, but I've not actually seen a Let's Player play it in a long time, so I don't remember a lot about the game. I remember like some, but not like a ton, because it's been a couple years. It's not been like super long since I played it. It's not like the original Paper Mario game, which I watched my stepdad who's not my stepdad anymore, but he played that game a while back, and then I never really watched the entire game, but I don't remember a ton about it. But I remember like playing the game myself, and then the Wii U got destroyed on the tablet did, so I had to get repaired, and because my siblings broke it, and I just never went back to the game. I think it was because maybe I was gonna Let's Play, or was I try to play it blind? Because I actually wanted to make YouTube for a long time, but I didn't get around to doing it because trying to make YouTube videos is kind of hard with the siblings and all that, but I'm kind of having to work around that right now as it is, but, I don't know, but yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about the Galaxy, 2 movie, the Galaxy movie, sorry, not Galaxy 2, Galaxy movie. I don't know, I just think it's kind of weird to have it, it's kind of weird to have the movie go from the original to the new one, to that, it's kind of weird, And if they want to make movies out of the games, they could probably do that. They could literally probably go through the entire mainline Mario franchise and make them, but I don't know, except for the new Super Mario Brothers games, I think that would also be better as a TV show, but because I feel like they could probably kind of do what they did with The Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3, had the Koopalings in it, or maybe they could have like some that don't focus on them at all, because like the original one, and then kind of make it, different, but I don't know, but they could probably make even a Mario 64 movie too, but I don't know, it's just kind of interesting to see all this, but yeah, as for right now, as recording this, they only made, I believe, content for the original, 4 Mario games. So, the Super Mario Brothers 2, which was the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, the Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3, which was, Mario Brothers 3, and then Super Mario World had a cartoon, and the original one had besides Illumination one, there was a Super Mario Brothers movie that was released in Japan. That they actually they apparently found an animation dub of it. It is so much it is so different than what Mario would become. I could probably do a reaction to it, but I wouldn't be able to upload it on YouTube. But it would be interesting to do a reaction to that though too down the road. Because I haven't seen it in a long time. Because trying to find a regular version of it is hard. But I remember kind of some stuff about it. But that's what I'm saying. It's very weird. So was many Japanese stuff. There was also a Mario and Donkey Kong show too with Paulina in it too, who she was for some reason blonde. I didn't really see a lot of that show. But I do know they made something like that. So they used to make a lot of, Mario cartoon stuff, but then they kind of quit making it because think of how bad the cartoons failed. Because one after another would fail. But the fact again that we're getting a Mario Galaxy, one is definitely nice. I just wish that I just wish the voice actors were I don't know. I mean, I like Jack, because Jack Black actually does a performance. But like, I don't really care for like the Toads too much. But I guess I do like the voice actor for Kamek. So not all the voice actors are bad, but they just don't sound. A lot of them don't sound, as good. But I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to the Mario. I mean, since the first one was actually not too bad, it was actually really good. It felt kind of fast paced, but it was pretty good. But I guess it has some problems, but it was definitely still a pretty good movie. I'm hoping maybe this one will be too. Maybe we'll figure out where that Suicide Luma, came from too. That Suicide Luma. Who I still will say, I said it in watching the stream and reacting to it. I'll still say, I definitely think Luma Lee, I think would be better as a girl. Like, I kind of wish there were boys and girl Lumas, I mean, again, that might sound kind of weird coming from me, but, just saying that, but, I mean, I don't know, but the fact that, there's just, like, if all of them are one gender, it just seems kind of weird. Same with the Mushroom Kingdom, like, I mean, it's the Super Mario Brothers, 3 show, the Mushroom People, there were female and male characters, so I don't know, like, why they can't, have that, like, maybe Pacific Colors could be like that, I don't know. But I don't know, just Luma Lee sounds like a female name to me. I've heard some people say, too, that's in some parts of the world, Luma Lee, I think, is actually female, but I don't know if that's actually 100% true, but it wouldn't surprise me, because Nintendo seems to do this a lot with their characters, including Vivian from The Thousand Year Door, which, yeah, it's just kind of weird, but, yeah, I don't know, but I'm still looking forward to the movie, but I wouldn't be surprised if they make all the Lumas, males, just like they do with the, what they end up doing with, what was it? Oh, yeah, the Toads, the Toads, oh yeah, speaking of which, before I'll let the video go, a lot of people don't, like, I see a lot of Let's Players play Mario Galaxy. Surprisingly, nobody points this out. But I figured people would be shocked by this, because lots of people play Luigi's Mansion as well. But the Boos in Mario Galaxy are actually female. Yeah, they're actually female. I found that kind of weird, but they actually will fall in love with Mario if he uses the Boo power-up. Well, Mario or Luigi, whoever you're playing with, he'll use, if they use the Boo power-up, the Boos will mistake you as another Boo, and they'll fall in love with you. It's very funny. Like, it's a funny touch. You get the Boo power-up in the second game, but I don't think you interact with any Boos. You interact with a painting, but not really Boos, which is kind of interesting, but I don't know what they'll do in the movies, but they seem to be doing pretty good, though, with this. So that might be interesting. And I think, I'm not sure if this is true, but I think the person who made Mario Galaxy, and its franchise actually might be working with Nintendo, or not with Nintendo, I mean with Illumination as well. So I don't know. I mean, I would like to see that. That would be interesting. But also, I mean, again, King Boo. King Boo is the leader of the Boos. But I think he can still be king. Again, we got King Bowser or Princess Peach. Princess Peach is a female and rules a bunch of mushrooms, so I don't see why they can't, have that. I don't know, it's just, I mean, that's the thing, though, like I said, I feel like there should be different, versions of, the characters, make the games look more interesting, make them look different, but, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here. I just wanted to share that, I wanted to kind of talk about this, because I felt like this Direct was it wasn't bad, but it was very weird and kind of, like, it wasn't great either. Like, it was a lot of just DLC and Nintendo price gouging, but I wanted to mainly just talk about the Virtual Boy and the Galaxy stuff, because I felt like that really caught me off guard. I mean, I knew they were going to make a Galaxy 2 at some point, and I think I saw, well, and then when I saw the Super Mario Brothers, 3, a Super Mario Galaxy, movie, like, I thought maybe it was just an announcement, because Because Hollywood will announce movies, a few years before they come out. I didn't think it was actually going to be in the direct, and I was watching the direct. I'm like expecting it maybe to pop up, and it did, and it replaced Super Mario World. So it's definitely interesting, but I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here. We'll see what happens. But anywho, bye bye.